squad in the house, stand up, salute. What's up, everyone? It's your boy, the host with the most, the guy who rocks and broadcasts live from coast to coast. It's your boy. I'm Chris the Don One. Welcome to another video. I was going to make a video in actuality, and I decided, you know what? Let me just do a quick live stream, and then just upload it for your enjoyment. Now, can you do me a solid? Can you do me a favor? Okay. Could you hit the like button, share this content with your friends, family, and followers? Be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so it'll let you know when my next live stream or video or clip goes down. All right. Without further ado, let's get into today's topic. And this news came to my attention a couple of days ago, and this news is still making the rounds on social media and the interwebs. And what I'm referring to is there is a McDonald's in Florida that need workers so bad that they're willing to pay people for an interview. You heard me correctly. At a local McDonald's in Florida, they are willing to give people $50 just for a job interview. And that's how bad it is at this restaurant. There, when I read the article, they were saying they're in a desperate need of finding help so bad. Not a lot of people are applying at this restaurant. And due to the fact of COVID-19, people are, let's just face it and be honest out there. There's a lot of people out there that feel like if they start working again and get into the flow of things, they may get COVID-19. Now, that could be an excuse. That could be a legit reason or an excuse for people to continue to get unemployment, which, by the way, last month, if you taken unemployment or any type of benefits, you were making more in unemployment than you were actually out there working. And this is a cause and effect of the COVID-19 pandemic. A lot of these corporations, a lot of these retail stores, just jobs in general, is having a hard time trying to find employees, and they're reaching desperate acts and to try to engage people to come work at their establishments. And this, like I said, this is a cause and effect of the COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, so what I think about it is it's bad out there, folks. I've been working through this pandemic since the beginning of it, which was a year and some change ago. And I remember the madness, the panic and the fear, and a lot of people afraid to get in this. And then after that, you had a group of people that didn't want to follow rules and procedures of COVID-19. People were upset about they have to wear masks. There was a lot of people that were not wearing masks. There was a lot of people out there still, trying to live their best life, still trying to go to certain, even though there's a lot of clubs closed, but there was a lot of people holding venues at their own residence or, renting a space just to have parties. And you heard a lot of people going to these parties, and the COVID-19 got worse when people started doing that. I remember spring break of last year, there were students out there saying that they were not going to stop their lives because of COVID-19. And then the outbreak started getting worse. Churches, people were still going to church. A lot of people going into church, and they too are getting COVID-19 as well. And even today, fast forward into today, there are still a lot of countries out there where this COVID-19 is kicking their, I mean, it's really hurting their countries. Okay, and they're trying to do their best, their due diligence to follow and meet guidelines. And even though we have these shots, the Pfizer shot and the Johnson & Johnson shot, which, by the way, the Johnson & Johnson one was put on the shelves because there was like isolated incidents of people, blood clogs and things of that nature. The Pfizer shot, it was like 2 cases of people being paralyzed from they feel like it was a direct cause from the shot. And then you're hearing more reports about these shots, about these shots of, you may, after a year or maybe 6 months, getting another shot, okay, similar to like the flu shot. And we all knew that eventually the COVID-19 shot is going to be just like the flu shot. So every year you're going to have to take 2 shots. You're going to take a flu shot and then a COVID-19 shot. Okay. And that's going to be our new norm. Okay. There's a lot of states out there that are lifting the mask mandates. There's a lot of states out there that's lifting all the mandates and guidelines. Which, by the way, if you look at the population, a lot of people out there done that months ago. Okay, a lot of people are not out here. A lot of people just saying, "I'll bump the mask. I'm not wearing no mask." Okay, and it's hard. I am so sorry about that. It's hard to a lot of people just took it upon themselves to be on the law, be judge, jury, and executioner. A lot of people just took the law upon themselves and just doing their own thing. All right. And this is all because of, of COVID-19. Now, what does all this have to do with what transpired today? I mean, well, with this news report of today, me personally, I feel like a lot of people out there are, and like I said, they're on, you can, whatever side of the fence they're on, they may have a legit reason why they don't want to return to work. Okay. Maybe because of the fear of catching COVID-19. I feel like this pandemic is going to spawn a lot of mental illness, a lot of phobias, okay, being paranoid of it. And I feel like that's going to, keep people from going back to their lives. So it's going to be a cause and effect on that level. So it may be a legit reason why people are not returning to work. And it's maybe a legit reason, but on the other hand, there's gonna be people out there that's going to take advantage of the matter. People saying, well, this is what people. You want to classify them as lazy people. There are people that's going to try to finesse the game and say, look, I can make more at home watching The Price is Right, Wheel of Fortune, and Jeopardy. I can make the same type of money or more money doing that versus actually going out there and work. And that's going to overall hurt the economy. It's going to hurt inventory. It's going to hurt production. And it's one of those things that I feel like we're getting closer and closer to our new norm. I don't think we're going to go back to what we was doing 3 years ago. I feel like if we do get to that stage, it's going to be hella modified. Okay. The days of packed gymnasiums, of packed crowds, I don't think we're going to ever get to that point. We're going to still have people in gymnasiums and stadiums and things of that nature, but like concerts and but like small club venues. I think they're already trying to put rules and laws in place and procedures of making sure you don't overcrowd those rooms. But I feel like with this case right here, this is just this news report is like, a lot of businesses are struggling with this problem. Okay, it's hard to find workers because workers may have a legit excuse why they do not want to work. Okay, and there are some people out there that's going to uh, take take this to the eighth degree, try to finesse it, finagle it, and scam it to where, look, I can make more or the same type of money that I was at my old job, but just sitting at home, just chilling like a villain. All right, give me a second here. And I know yes. Can I get number one with a large sweet tea and that's it?
All right, you got it. A number one with the large sweet tea and any jelly or sauces.
No, ma'am.
Alrighty. And then may I have your name for your order?
Chris.
Alright, Mr. Chris, it is 6:37 and we'll see you at the window.
Alrighty. And a lot of these jobs are trying to figure out ways into getting people at their workplace. And this one McDonald's in Florida is doing it, but there's been other corporations that try to advertise. Well, not try to advertise that they need help, and they're interested in hiring people. The police force is having commercials out there letting people know that they need more police. Which surprisingly, they never advertised about them needing police officers. But I feel like that's more to do with with the police violence on an all-time high. Now, it just seems like every single day a police officer is involved in a shooting, and I feel like that's the real culprit of this. And but and also COVID-19 as well. I think it's a joint venture with the police officers. They're trying to find officers. Okay, I remember the postal service a couple of months ago. They desperately needed workers or postal workers. And they're being overworked, particularly over the holiday, particularly the election. And a lot of people were at that point. Man, my damn Instagram is popping for some strange reason. I just got like 5 followers just by doing this live stream. And this live stream is not even, I haven't even advertised it on Instagram yet. So I don't know what's going on Instagram, but I'm gonna have to go check that out. Oh, by the way, my Instagram handle is I'm Chris the Dom 1 TV. You can go copy it yourself. All my links to all my social media apps will be in the description below, so just feel free to go check them out. But and I mean, this is I feel like there's like waves we just gonna have to endure. Okay, the COVID-19 pandemic, pre and post, shortages due to the pandemic. Okay, and now the workforce has suffered a lot during this pandemic. Okay, like retail, I feel like teachers, doctors, nurses, police officers, firefighters, paramedics, retail workers, food factory workers. I feel like all of those types of categories should fit. All those type of job titles should fit in under one category, which is essential workers. Because without these workers, they're the backbone of our livelihood in our country. I mean, we can't do without these workers, okay? And they're the first wave that suffered the most. A lot of those workers still had to work. They couldn't work at home. They had to work at the facilities to, provide the country of what they need. Okay. So they couldn't just sit at home on Zoom calls to accomplish their work. They had to be in those trenches, sort of say, during this pandemic, and they are hurt the most. Those job titles are suffering the most, okay, because they've been working since day one of this pandemic. It hasn't been a slowdown, okay, and they had to do it with an increased rate of business, business that they couldn't handle, okay, due to this pandemic, and a limited number of people that were willing to still work in these type of categories. They're being overworked, they're being tired, they're tired, they're stressed out, and yes, they're underpaid. They are extremely underpaid. Okay, and I feel like a lot of people don't appreciate, particularly because people see them every day, that people feel like, they shouldn't feel appreciated. So the next time you're out and about, you see a police officer, a firefighter, a paramedic, or a doctor, or a nurse, or someone working at a gas station, a convenience store, a retail store, just walk up to them and acknowledge them, and say, I appreciate, you still working during this pandemic. Okay, just acknowledge them. Okay, appreciate them. Okay, and because they're overworked, they're stressed out. They've been working since day one. There have been no days off with those folks over there. They're still continuing to work. Okay, and you should let them know that you appreciate what they've been doing thus far, even before and after the pandemic. Okay, and I feel like that workforce is suffering the most, and I feel like, like I already told you about the police force, I feel like that workforce has suffered the most, and where they're getting hurt at the most is retail. A lot of people are quitting retail, due to the stress of COVID-19. Okay, just the job stress, and hold on a second.
All right, 637.
All right, I got it.
All right. Yes?
Thank you, ma'am.
My pleasure, honey.
You have a good day.
Thank you, you too.
All right. I mean, they're being hurt the most. Okay, and just acknowledge them. That's all I'm basically saying. And they're being stressed out, overworked, pressure on their tails of deadlines and things of that nature. And it is what it is. So they're being hurt the most. All right, and plus, on top of that, they're not even getting paid a lot in a lot of these jobs. Okay, they're not even getting paid. All right, so you got a lot of people out there that, are under a lot of stress. Okay. And like I said, this is a cause and effect of COVID-19. It just is what it is. And I feel sorry, for these people. If you know anyone that's working in those type of jobs, you should, send your prayers out to them, because they're being worked. Okay. And that's why I feel like a lot of these restaurants like McDonald's, they suffered the most, because some of these restaurants had to, during the pandemic, like a lot of these fast food, or like a lot of these restaurants where you have to go in and eat, you know, they had to figure out clever ways to keep the doors open. If they didn't have drive-through, they had to do pickups and deliveries and things of that nature. Well, if you close the dining room to a lot of those restaurants, okay, that's their livelihood. Okay, that's the reason why you have so many people at that establishment, because people are dining in. And during that pandemic, a lot of these restaurants closed the dining room area. Okay, so that means you don't need a lot of waiters or waitresses. Okay, and but damn, I don't know why that truck. Woo! Some bad news on that damn truck. A lot of those businesses suffered too during this pandemic, and now we're getting close to some type of new normal. And those same establishments that didn't have the hours, okay, now they're back into the workforce, trying to add more people, but not a lot of people wanting to work, because of COVID-19. And unemployment. We always had unemployment, so you still have your normal crowd of unemployment. And there's reasons why they still can't find a job to this day. All right. And now factor in, people that being laid off, let go, not enough hours. Now you have to the COVID-19 crowd. Now you got a lot of people with that problem as well. Now get it, girl. Get it. All right. So yeah. So that's all I got to say on this topic. I felt like it was a topic that needed to be talked about and discussed. Guys, just comment in the comment section what you thought about this topic. Also talk about your workforce, what your workforce had to go through. Okay. Or other workforces, what they had to go through. I feel like if everybody's take the shots, I feel like that's a step in the right direction. And slowly but surely the country is going to get to some type of normalcy. I don't think we're going to get to the point to where we was the way how we was living 3 years ago. Okay, but we're going to get a lot better than we were a year ago, which I feel like in some stages, I think we're a lot better now than we were a year ago. Okay, so I just thought it was something that needed to be addressed and talked about. Just tell me what you think in the comment section. It's your boy, the host with the most. I do not brag or boast. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. I'm trying to reach 10,000 subscribers, and I need y'all help and I need y'all support. I will talk to you guys later. I'm up out of here. Deuces.